Really, just your feeling on your first start as coach, your first game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first one for the season. We didn't get preseason, so we were happy to have got a proper hit out here today. So we were well tested in different departments, so we've got a bit to work on.
Are you happy with the performance? You mentioned now what to work on, but it's a big scoreline.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever about the scoreline. We just wanted to achieve certain things on the park. You know, our accuracy we wanted, set piece. Like I said, we know what
recording in progress.
We know what we've done in terms of preparation, but it's a bit different when it's actually game time because it's different pressures and that. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed today.
What made you happy and sad today?
The happy part, 7 debutants on the field. So that's really, really positive. The sad part, we got a couple of niggles. It's such a short comp, and the turnaround is so quick. So that was a bit maybe that I would have liked not to have had.
And technically, what was positive?
Yeah, like I said, I thought our set piece was class. Guys imposed themselves incredibly well. So if I looked at anything from a positive perspective, that's where I would start, without a doubt.
Feel that you would have liked to see the team, like Mr. David in the second half?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we played 7 debutants and they came on in the last 20. I mean, the average age there is probably 16, but I mean, that's a joke. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just chuffed the guys got a bit of a hit out. We played a game and, I mean, you wish you could go in the change room now and see for yourself.
Actually, you mentioned, the big that you mentioned last week that he expects you also play to the DNA, but also not typically just like we saw a lot of good typical move forward tracking, but also some enterprising back lane, a few pieces of that as well.
Yeah, again, I don't want to almost say the same point again. It was classy on us in terms of sometimes we were incredibly brave. That was good to see. Maybe in places where some teams wouldn't have had a go. So, yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with how the day went.
Yeah, just give you on that as well. Congratulations firstly. But of Asia was set back last year. Became the weather conditions changed.
Yeah.
Just players that have come back. Yeah, guys like Jean Rudolph, played for Glasgow last and they won URC. Robert Aria World Cup winner. Just to have those type of players and the way they stood up today. Must be really happy with that kind of stability you have. It's not easy having a young squad. Also, that blend of experience in it as well.
Yeah, I think we got really good leaders in the different departments. Guys that really stick their hand up and are accounted for. You mentioned, I mean, the performances today were really outstanding. Jandra was unbelievable. Nama was unbelievable. Junior, before he was pulled as a loose trio, the mixture just amongst them was really, really good. Yeah, so you mentioned that, and I thought Zach was class as well. So he showed what he's got. So when we look at the package like that, and you can be pretty chuffed to get those guys, putting their hands up, and it makes it easier for the youngster because remember, those youngsters are looking up to the older guys to see how everything is done. So they'll grow incredibly quick. We just have to be brave and.
Last one with that Chamberlain as well. The way he kicked.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't played much UFC, but I mean. Stepped up really nicely. So sort of more depth for you guys going forward.
Yeah, he was class because the last time he started was 5 months ago. To come out and put a performance like you did, I'm sure you'll be incredibly chuffed. Kicked incredibly well for poles, but even for touch, that bravery to just keep pushing the boundary, that was class.
Just on players' availability for the rest of the games, the run on 15 and run on back was very experienced across. Ori, Lustio, all kind of your seat players. Will you have access to them for the rest of the season, or will they go up higher?
No, so sorry to cut you, please finish.
No.
Okay.
Access to them, will they be available for the rest of the games as well?
Yeah, so we released a squad, and that's a squad we will go with.
And then stay.
Yeah, that stays as it is.
Just a bit, Lisa being kind of the fourth bit is Lucy, kind of looks like it from a distance. So that must be good for you to have that kind of player to have even come comments, of course.
Of course. And again, he's a guy that's been injured a fair bit, so I'm careful about how I use him, get his confidence back where he's not concerned about, he is a guy that's a bit more experienced, so he can handle his body and he knows what to do. But you can't help when you've been injured as much as what he has. So today, him coming through is also a massive plus for us. Like I said, we've got other niggles, but he came out a lot.
Just in terms of opposition, Western Province, 38 points in the first half. Were you surprised that you scored as many points in the first 40?
We were clinical, and I think that's where everything started, and when you up against the blue machine and it's going on that, it is a bit difficult to play against. So they were gutsy, Province, incredibly gutsy. Probably the yellows the discipline didn't help them at all in the first half, especially the back-to-back yellow. So that probably killed the game for them.
Just being another personal question of it, Jan Ackerman is obviously signed this week. You guys had any chance with the line, Currie Cup and USC?
Yeah, chats are happening. It's an ongoing thing. We'll probably sit down probably in the next couple of weeks where we can just knuckle down and on the nuts and bolts. Remember, he's only just recently joined. There's a lot of things. You guys have just been hounding him the whole time. So, yeah, we'll get to a point where we sit down.
Hi, Coach Phiwe. Congratulations on tonight's game. Just a question from my side. Just looking at some of the standout performances tonight, you feel there was some sort of sense amongst the players wanting to prove a point, whether it was to past coaches or just to show their true value, like the likes of Ruta, Nama, and obviously John Ray Rudolph, who played an unbelievable game. Great performance, like you mentioned. Ruta not starting a game 5 months ago. It looked like these guys just came out of a full campaign. Yeah. So, congratulations on you guys and obviously preparing the guys well for the Currie Cup.
Thanks so much, Ronaldo. I think you've answered your own question there. I don't know if you want me to say it's listen, the guys were really classy, like you're saying. I don't think they were trying to prove a point to anything. The guys are just in a good space mentally, and you could see out on the park.